Our pâte sucrée dough is chilled. It's I've pulled it out of the fridge, let it rest a little bit here, room temperature, which will make it easier for us to roll out. Put in the tart shells. Our pudding is chilling, so we're gonna roll this out and get it started here. All right, so I'm just rolling this out. No rhyme or reason really. Just going gently. I don't want to have to re-roll it, but I also don't want it to be too thick. So, all right, that's looking pretty good. About an eighth of an inch thick for your dough. I did actually add a little bit of some cinnamon in here. Add some nice flavor. I've got two different types of tart shells. I've got a traditional fluted, I think it's actually 4 inches tart shell, and it has a base, removable, makes it easy for cheesecakes and all that fun stuff like that, or quiches. And then I have a smaller one. The reason I'm doing two is just to show that you can use these tart shells for individual plated desserts, or you could do something small like this for parties or passing, something like that.
Okay, so this was going to be my next question, was how are you going to get the
round
actual dough into the fluted shell?
So I've got these round cutters.
Can we see the cover of that? This one right here.
Oh, it happens, yeah.
Sorry, the camera's over there. Only reason why we're showing this is because I've actually talked about this exact same product that I have at home as well, which I got on Amazon or Bed Bath & Beyond. These little cutters or rings, I mean, we use them. Yeah, we use them to put quinoa salad in, or like tuna tartare. They're just so multifaceted. They're a wonderful item to have. And this one that you're doing is for the smaller one. So very important note here for first timers when you are going to cut your dough is that if you're going for the small one, you're going to get a larger cutter so that when it folds inside of the actual dish, it'll be big enough.
Exactly. You want that crust to come all the way to the top. Really learned to just roll the top like this with these fluted pans, and then it actually separates it, and I can just pull that excess dough right off the top. Now this one I don't have a round cutter for, so I'm gonna just kind of eye it, make sure that it's bigger. I want to make sure I've got enough dough on the outside, so I'll just cut probably like a 1/4 inch larger than the actual pan. Can do that, and then you can line it up. Same thing, and there's no need to grease your tart shells. You can just, they'll just pop right out when you're done. As long as your consistency of your dough is correct, then they should just pop right out after they're done cooling after baking. So we've baked our pâte sucrée tart shells. We blind baked them, then for about 15 minutes. Then pulled the weights out and baked them for another 5, let them cool. Now we're going to fill them with our chocolate oat milk pudding that we made. And I'm going to use a piping bag to do that. It's just a lot cleaner, a lot easier than trying to spoon it all in there. As you can see, it gets a little messy if you try and spoon it into the shell. So got that. So I'm just going to fill these. That nice dark chocolate flavor. These are great even if you just keep them simple, sprinkle a little sea salt on top.
Wonderful for like an afternoon snack, or maybe at home, pick me up if you need some sugar.
Then we will put them in the fridge and let them set. All right, so we're gonna pull our finished product out here. Okay.
So, like you said, so after you filled the shells with the pudding, you would let them sit for about an hour.
Yes.
And then, of course, this is the part of So baking is a science, like we said, more following the actual recipe, where cooking is a pinch of this, a little bit of that.
Exactly.
But this is the part where one can be a bit more creative from the recipe itself now that it's done. When it comes to decorating, which we have already done, you can basically just, put whatever you want on it, good flavors that match the chocolate, which they can, find out by, going on Google. Or if you remember one of our episodes where I talked about my favorite books, the Flavor Bible, if you looked up the word chocolate, it'll have a whole bunch of ingredients that would mesh well with chocolate. So what did we decide today to decorate these with?
Today we decided I actually whipped up for these two smaller ones, a coconut whipped cream, which is simply coconut cream, chilled, a little bit of powdered sugar, or maple syrup's a really great alternative if you're looking for unrefined sugar, and some vanilla. And these two have a little bit of that and some semi-sweet chocolate ganache drizzle. The ones in the back, I did a little bit of a vegan white chocolate with some fig and berries. And the almond flavor in the crust with the chocolate and the fruit is nice and light for a summer day.
I mean, they look absolutely wonderful. I've already stuck my finger in the bowl for the pudding. I'm definitely going to dive into one of these ones here with the fruit on it because they look wonderful.
Go for it.
Let's cheers one. Okay. Bomb.com, as always, whoever owns that one, you're welcome. Phenomenal, flaky, light, yet crunchy at the same time, the crust. Chocolate flavor with the fig, the berries, absolutely wonderful. Annessa, thank you so much for teaching us this recipe. I'm definitely going to put this in my repertoire. I'm going to be using this when I go back on yachts and cook for other people again. I want to thank everyone for joining us here on the Life Choices Spotlight, where we shine the light on one individual, highlighting what they do for a living and how they become successful in their own lives, as our stories that we share here on Life Choices are very important for us, sharing with you. Don't forget to please hit subscribe, scroll on down, get the recipe here from Annessa, and don't forget that if you need a private chef in the South Florida area, Darling Kitchen, all the information will be down below. Hit like, give us a comment, let us know what you want to see next time, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's great.
And thank you all of you viewers. We'll see you next week here on Life Choices.